Hello class, I hope you are all doing well when you are watching this video. I am going to put this video out in advance for you all to view prior to our class section next week. This will just help prepare you all for the lesson that we're going to be doing and make you a little bit more familiar with the content before we really dive into it. So next week in our PE class, we are going to be participating in exercise stations. And combined with that, we are going to be looking at the psychological responses that we have when we participate in exercise. And so the title of our lesson is Exercise Makes Me Feel Blank, which is up to the individual to decide after participating. So first, we're going to look at the main focuses of our lesson, and there are two key points that I want to share with you guys and make you all aware of. So the first point is that I can recognize the type of emotional responses felt when participating in various physical activities. So when we do these activities, the goal is to be able to reflect on what we are feeling personally when we do the activity. And the second point is I can reflect on how these personal emotions make me feel towards different exercises and then compare these with classmates. So it's going to be interesting to see how we personally feel, but also to have discussions and compare our responses to those of our peers and just kind of help us all learn from one another and our own experiences. So the next couple slides are going to be some information about the specific exercises we're going to be doing at the stations. And looking at these will just kind of help prepare you all before we go into class and give you a heads up of what we're going to be doing and what it's going to look like. So there are 4 different stations. The first one will be dumbbell squats. So dumbbell squats are a great exercise for our hips and also our legs. They strengthen the muscles there. So how we're going to do this is we're going to hold our dumbbells at our sides or in front of us, and we're going to lower into a squat and then extend up through the hips and knees out of a squat. And that would be 1 repetition, and then we'll repeat that. Of course, when we're in class, everything will be demonstrated right before you so that you know what everything looks like. But there's a picture here to help give a visual of that. And of course, with this exercise, we will be using dumbbells, some small weights, and of course, everything will be what is most comfortable for each participant. So the next exercise is going to be step ups. So with step ups, these help strengthen a lot of the muscles in our legs and also build strength in the buttocks. So this exercise is done by pushing through your dominant foot onto the step, and then you lift up your whole body to where you're standing fully and firmly on the step. And then to finish it, you step backwards 1 foot at a time back to the floor. So to do this exercise, we will be using a short step. Sort of looks like in the picture, but that's all that's needed for this exercise is a stepping block. Again, everything will be demonstrated in class, and this is just to give you a heads up and some visuals of what we're going to be doing. So the third exercise will be burpees, which some of you may be familiar with. We do these, and when we do them, they work on the muscles in our entire body. It's a full body exercise, and something special that they do is strengthen the abs. So this one has a few more steps involved, but basically it's done by standing up, dropping into a squat, and then we will end up Kicking our legs back into a plank position on the floor. We'll lower from the plank position down to the floor, back up into a squat, and then we finish with a jump. And this picture here shows that. And burpees are going to be one of the really nice exercises that we do because we only need our bodies. We don't need any special equipment to do it. And the final exercise that we will be trying out for our lesson is the medicine ball slam. And we do this because it helps strengthen our core, but it also improves overall cardio technique. This one is done by having our knees slightly bent, and then we hold the ball close to our chest. We raise it overhead, and then we slam it forcefully as much as we can to the floor. And then the ball will bounce up slightly so that we can lower, catch it in our hands, and then repeat the process. And of course, for this one, all we're going to need is the medicine ball. It's a firm and light-weighted ball so that it is more attainable to do for everybody. And all the equipment that we will be using for our exercises will be provided. All you have to do is show up. And then a last point that I want to draw your attention to in preparation for this lesson is this things to consider. Because although we will be participating in exercises, this lesson is more than just participating, but also reflecting and recognizing the personal, emotional responses to the activities that each of us are going to feel. So I want you all to take a look at this slide and reflect on the 3 questions here. So the first one is, what is your favorite way to exercise or be physically active? The second question is, what motivates you to do this? And the third question is to think about what emotions come to mind when you think about exercising. And also to kind of connect to that one, think about how your favorite form of exercise makes you feel personally. And there's no right or wrong answer to these questions. It's all personal and up to you, and a great way to get you thinking and set your mind in a way that will prepare you when we begin this lesson next week. So that is all for today that I'm going to show you for this video. And again, you can rewatch this, pause, think about any of the elements to help prepare you for our lesson with exercise stations.